Recently, I got to speak at a party at a place called the Octopus, along with another school board candidate, Sarah Eastman. I just kind of wanted to share with you what transpired.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I have never spoken before this many people before. Oh my God, I have never seen a human pyramid like that live. Thank you all. Please sit down. Thank you. Okay, so seriously, sit down. Right, look, I'm going to start talking, and then you can sit down while I'm talking. Okay. Hi, my name is Doug Shaw. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to keep this short. If you're a friend of mine, you know what a difficult sacrifice this will be for me. I am currently a professor of mathematics at the University of Northern Iowa. My daughter goes to Lincoln Elementary. No, thank you. In addition to my current career, I've been a successful business owner and a systems engineer for a defense contractor, having had an undergraduate degree in computer engineering. So as someone with business and academic experience, I have little tolerance for statements in an education context, such as, just jump through the hoops, or just get your degree. In the business world in the old days, people with that attitude would spend their lives laboring for someone else but never truly succeeding. However, in these days, in a global economy, people with that attitude won't be working at all. Degrees no longer are enough. A real education is what matters. My high school friend Joel is a multimillionaire. He writes ebooks about utilizing social media, and he designs apps for smartphones. My wife Laurel is an ace web designer who's currently working on an online component of a brick-and-mortar local business. Our public high schools did not train us for these jobs because these jobs not only didn't exist, some of them were beyond our imaginations at the time. But our public high schools prepared us for jobs like these, not by training, but they gave us an excellent overall education. In the course of my career, I have made an income through knowledge of mathematics, technology, writing, public speaking, and theater. And the essence of this knowledge, the fundamental skills, can be traced to my excellent public K-12 education, with the exception of 6. I actually on Facebook have looked up, and this is true, as many of my 6th grade teachers as I could to apologize to them. I'm now going to quote a fictional character named Lazarus Long. A human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set a bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for instincts. And I got everything except the last word. Specialization is for insects. And I believe that very strongly. I think the stakes are high and simple to state. If the education we provide is top-notch, transcending the latest state-imposed fads in marketing, our students will succeed and Cedar Falls will thrive in the long term. If not, Cedar Falls fails in the long term, regardless of what roads we fix up and enterprise zones we create. Look at what cities, which states, and which countries win in the long run. It's all about the ones that educate their students. I want to repeat that. This is the thing I want you to take away. The long-term fate of our community is dependent on how we educate our students. This means listening to those in our community who have the best interests of students at heart. Our parents, teachers, support staff, administrators, community stakeholders, coaches, and of course the students themselves. Really listening, not just hearing. This means meetings should be well publicized in advance and televised. If elected, I will recap these public meetings on my blog and make sure you have access to PDFs of the consultant reports that your tax dollars have paid for. See, now I can't say thank you because I was kidding before. Thank you, the boy who cried, thank you. So I'm glad you agree with me because I really want this to happen and I'm going to need people, even if elected, to insist that this happens. This means plenty of opportunities for public comment at the meetings and at other forums. It means my willingness to meet with you and your friends if you have something you want to discuss. It means less emphasis on marketing spending decisions to you and clear and direct discussions of how your money is being spent. It means standing up to those who have other priorities than those of our students. It means standing up to those who would scapegoat our teachers or our coaches or our parents. It means standing up to those who will try to save money in the short term by replacing top quality staff with cheap staff who will not serve our students as well. My first promise to you was to keep this short, and I am rapidly approaching the borderline there. So thank you so much for coming, and please let me know tonight if you have anything you want to talk about in specific. And now I would like to introduce someone who, in an ideal world, would never need an introduction. She has been tweeting school board meetings for close to 2 years and has attended every one. She has done more to publicize K-12 school board issues in Cedar Falls than almost anyone I know. She is also a founding member of Unify, a group that advocates for K-12 and higher education issues on a statewide basis. She has that rare combination of knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to build consensus that would make her an excellent school board member and certainly makes her a good and true friend. I'm very glad to say this, but I need you to help me here. Let's give up for Sarah Eastman!
Thank you. So I realized about 2 minutes ago that when Doug asked me if he could go first, I should have said no. I'm not sure how to follow that. Actually, it makes it pretty easy to follow that, because one of the reasons that I will be voting for my good friend Doug, and that I'm so pleased he's willing to step up and do this, is because we agree on a lot of the issues that we're seeing and a lot of the solutions that we need for them. So I'd like to really just say what he said, but I'll leave that alone. A lot of the issues that I'm seeing, that I'm hearing from parents in the Cedar Falls community these days, unfortunately, are not anything new. You can look back through the articles in the paper, you can talk to people who have lived here for a long time and find that the complaints that the school board doesn't listen, that there's no way to have your complaint heard, even if you make a complaint, where does it go? There's not resolution. Those are complaints that people have been making for 5 and 6 years in this community, and that's only because that's as far back as I've looked. So it definitely is time for a change. It's time to get some new people in there, people that can make some decisions and get us moving forward. As Doug said, there's no public policy comment at the board meeting. Even when we did our most recent superintendent search, they were kind enough to do community forums, allow everyone to come in and meet the candidates and see what they think. They did not, however, put anything in place for the community to provide feedback after they attended those community forums. So we made a few phone calls and got them to agree to allow us to submit emails. However, I think if you truly are wanting public input and not just wanting the appearance of wanting public input, that would have been figured out in the first place. So we need to fix that. We need public comment at the meetings. We need people to know that their investment in this community is important and that they're being heard. See if you can find a spot. I know it's really crowded back there. Maybe if everybody can scooch to the middle. But Doug will replay his in just a second when I'm done, and then we have 2 more shows tomorrow. We need to remember that this is about the kids, really, when it comes down to it. We talk about everybody needing to be able to work together. We need to have more communication among the buildings, among the support staff and the faculty and the administration. But we have to remember that the reason that we need to fix those issues is because that will improve what's happening in the classrooms for the kids. It's about what's best for them. It's about identifying what's best for them and meeting what they need. And when I say that, I mean meeting the needs of every child. We can't necessarily do that effectively when there's 28 or 30 kids in a classroom. We can't do that when class schedules are based around trying to fit that much into one day. When you have teachers that say, I see 100 kids before noon, I don't know all their names. then how do we fix that? What support can we offer to them? How can we fix it that they can get back the passion they had that made them go into education in the first place and truly be able to be there for those kids? So we need to do that. We just need to get moving forward. We've been spending a lot of years trying to figure out what we want to do about technology. Let's make a decision that technology might be obsolete in a year. In this day and age, it will be. But if we sit around waiting until that magic technology comes out that doesn't become obsolete, we'll be where we are now, which is no decision being made, nothing moving forward, and every district around us already having implemented technology plans. So those are just a few of the things. Those are just a few of the actual issues I think we're going to need to tackle right away. In general, I just think we need to just get moving. There's enough stagnation, enough with doing it the way it's always been done. The rest of the world isn't doing that. We can't do that with our kids either. So I just want everybody's kids to have what's best for them and have all the opportunities that they need to go on and to be successful. And hopefully, in the meantime, that'll engender them with a sense of home that makes them want to stay here. And that's why I'm running. So thank you everybody for coming out tonight and showing support. Woo! Thank you everybody. And vote. When do they vote, Doug?
September 10th.
September 10th. Let's vote.
Woo! That's a good reminder.
Thank you.
And that's the way it was. The person you heard laughing was Laurel, my wife, who was also our videographer. Thanks to the folks at the Octopus for allowing us to come, and everybody who came. It was a great time. And remember, September 10th, and you can vote for up to 3 people. So hear as much as you can, and have a good day.